Alrighty then, everybody. Welcome back. Anyways, it's time for us to finally start the final arc of the game, which is essentially Gundam Seed Destiny. Because of the fact that we went through memory missions, you know, the memorial scenarios, whatever, which I just call memory missions, to basically get the gist of Seed's plot. We also went through Char's counterattack recently, which is now we got that overpowered new Gundam. Anyways, you know the usual thing, the extendeds come in, just about murder everybody, and then steal the 3 experimental Gundams. Even though, you know, nuclear Gundams aren't allowed, these Gundams are, in a sense, battery operated. Well, not really battery operated, they get a beam from the mothership, essentially, that refuels them. So rather than use a nuclear engine or anything, they're just literally battery powered in a sense. This is what, at the time when Seed Destiny itself sort of had potential, but then didn't right when Kira appeared. Like I think like near episode 17. Anyways, this is where all of them come in and kill. With Durandal meeting with Kigali and Alex Dino, and of course, for some reason, because this is crossover Berlin, as you noticed. Yeah, technically Durandal did keep his word. He didn't create any nuclear mobile suits. So, he's not really in the wrong in this situation. But unfortunately, his 3 mobile suits were stolen. Which I remember correctly was like the Chaos, Abyss, and Gaia. Yep, Sting, Owl, and Stella. Unfortunately, you never see Owl in anything afterwards. I remember when I first, when I was younger and I saw Seed Destiny, I think Owl was my favorite of the 3 extendeds because he looked just so cool. And the Abyss Gundam looked so cool for an underwater mobile suit. And so I later on learned that the Abyss Gundam is literally just a redesigned Ashimar, because after Seed Destiny was out when I was younger, I finally got to watch, basically on YouTube, some user by the name of Gundam Grimlock uploaded an English dub of Zeta Gundam. So every day after school, I would actually watch that. I was at the part where they finally got to Earth, or AU finally got to Earth, and they were up against a squad of Ashimars and stuff. Where Quattro faced off against that Ashimar, I noticed like, whoa, what happened? And it turned out the Ashimar itself is actually is what the Abyss was based off of. Anyways, in this situation, of course, Alex Dino comes in and tries to save the day with a basic Zaku like an idiot. But out of nowhere, here comes Shin. And he defends Zatherin. Sorry, Alex. Whichever one. And it's got the sword silhouette in it. So you at least get some damage in, but that's just about it. Kind of sad, honestly, that, you know, once again, you can see the potential that the series had. It just got wasted when Kira came back all of a sudden. But either way, the 3 Gundams managed to escape, and so we gotta give chase to them. This is where we are up against and with Zaft, in a sense. Unfortunately, because remember, this game it's not Super Robot Wars for sure. Instead, this game is its own thing. Either way, after it goes to the mothership so they can chase off against the enemy forces. So then, what's it called? Yeah, so Minerva just chases them and we get access to Shin, Stella, and Ray. The unfortunate thing is they're kind of useless. You're not going to see much use from them. I'm just going to try and stall basically until we get out our actual crew. Because I honestly couldn't... The only reasons you'll see me use Seed Destiny's plot or cast is if it's a necessity. Or if it's all I got left. That's all you're going to see me use them for. And it turns out to be an ambush! And thus the random grunts are dead. Just because they can do that. Yay! And then we get the next of our crew. So yeah, Alex Dino himself comes out, and yeah. he launches in a Zaku, which was like, wow. You don't ever expect the Zaku. But then you remember that, oh well. Since, you know, this is Aft. And we got our basic, what's called? Yeah, the aces, Izak and Diarca, like best friends. So yeah. Ironically, Izak is voiced by Domon's voice actor from G Gundam, which is pretty cool. If you make Izak go up against Jim Gingham in Super Hot War Z, Izak will actually say that he'll take on the Shining Finger, which is funny because remember the Shining Finger in a sense is just it was a replacement to the Tornex's arm after the damage it sustained, and it's not even really I guess it's not really anything but shining, considering it's like a electricity emitter, but I guess it's shining in death because it kills. It's kind of sad though. Like I know in another Centuries episode, it looks like an actual Shining Finger when he uses it with the Master Asia. That's the only time you'll ever see the Shining Finger being used like that. The unfortunate thing is that the Turn X doesn't exist in this game. Instead, as you know, only in the key is where we get the Turn A. Anyways, with these guys, we're just gonna use them for a bit to try and take down some enemies. Unfortunately, they're too weak in a sense for me. I didn't get into them. And then one of the things I got annoyed with the Impulse, I couldn't figure out how to replace its silhouettes, because as you can tell when the enemy uses it, it can switch out silhouettes. Even if the Minerva isn't there, it can switch out. I was like, whoa. But you can't figure out how to use them because this thing is stupid. So it does that. Either way, we're gonna let these aces attack. So then, you know, they die. But yeah, with Izak and Diarca, look at how big that axe is. That is a beautiful axe. Or is it a polearm, I guess, in this case? Yeah, that's an axe. While Izak has a polearm. Ooh, and a twin drive. Which does make sense since they are best friends. So it makes sense for best friends to have a twin drive together. So at least that kills that one, and then we got those two left. The better tactic is to combine them all. So that's what we're probably going to do afterwards, is try and groups of 3 beats groups of 2, basically, is my logic. Since that guarantees the full weakening of one and the death of another. So that we can at least kill more than needed. Yeah, I know, my logic sucks, but, you know, it's just how I am. Interestingly, yeah, an event right there where we learned that it's Atherin. It's like, oh snap, Alex Dino looks like Atherin is Atherin. Whoa, no way. But yeah, let me get some XP. The unfortunate thing though is that they don't have any real bonds. And the minerva itself isn't really as useful, so yeah. What caught my attention though in this game is they literally summarize Seed's plot and Seed Destiny's plot in like so little time. No real, they just let it just flow through, which is crazy in my opinion, because wow, I honestly didn't expect them to do that. But you know, it's them. So yeah. I'm trying to see, do they have a twin? No, do they have a triple drive with them? You think they do, because you know they're like the 3 best friends, 3 amigos. You think? It doesn't look like it. And they're gonna die anyways, so might as well just kill them. Still sad they don't have a twin drive, a triple drive. But oh well. Ouch, that hurt. Let's just murder them all now because of that stupidity right there. Yeah, beam rifles, because I do not know how to switch out the silhouettes. Unless the story lets you? I don't know. Okay, weakened 1. We can at least kill them both the next turn. So we're gonna probably have to try and kill them both. Oh snap. Yeah, that's why. It's just an event, so... And of course we can't escape when it's an event. But either way, it's an enemy battle, so you know. Yeah. I guess, yeah, there is no triple drive with anybody. Huh. You know, you'd expect it or something, but, you know, It's, I guess, this game was kind of average like that, and it won't really surprise you, which is sad, but oh well. Ouch, come on, aha. Oh, the pain. I guess let's just try and kill them all. Since that was just dumb. Yeah. No one, yes. 1 and 1. At least one's dead, which means we can kill the rest of them later. So that's good, it's good. It's good. Huh? Oh snap, Neo Roanoke. Aw man, so that means the rest of the forces are coming. Gundams and their basic stuff, okay. Yeah, this should be around the time when you know who comes in. Oh. The Rondo Bell. Yeah. They come in for help randomly. And then yeah. And then we just destroy everything. Because we can. No, literally, when you think about it, like, if you look at the squad that I use, it's like filled with tall geeses. Yeah, tall geese Mark 3s, wing zeros, UC stuff. It's just crazy. Either way, Rondo Bell reappears, so now they're sending out the druggies against us. It makes you wonder, like, why didn't they give them a combo attack in this game? How cool that would have been. Oh wow. You already know they don't care. Since this game was cheaply made in a sense. It's just quick story progression. No real crossover bits, just story. Either way. What? Dang it. So we're just gonna try and kill them all right there. Yeah, no use in activating super mode as much just yet, since it's best to save SP for now. Since, remember, you regain 15 every turn. Take advantage of that, and then you go into super mode the next turn to have some more SP. Because these guys don't last long. I mean, they're in groups of 2 and 3. Look at this, my beam saver / heat rod barrage will take them down with ease. Turn 8 always had an interesting beam saver though, because of how thin it was. Like, it reminded me of the beam sabers used in Char's counterattack with the new Gundam, where it was so thin in the middle, but then it would expand in a sense. Either way, it caused death, yes. And that sumo, like, if anybody could say one good thing that came out of Turn A, like, it was easily the sumo. It was like the best thing from Turn A. Easily, because the sumo was amazing. It's like a gift from the heavens. Especially its combat, Harry Ord's insane, like, maneuvers with the sumo. Oh, now I can do a twin drive. But no, I'm not gonna fall for your twin drive stupidity. I'm just gonna axe them to death. But anyways, like, Harry Ord is reason enough to watch Turn A. Like, whoa. The way he pilots the sumo is just so amazing. Wow, I'm surprised that one of those attacks actually missed. But oh well. The better tactic is just to move everybody up there, since I can't really attack or do anything. It's kind of annoying. So let's see what's gonna happen next with the enemy though. They'll probably aim... Oh no, I know what they're gonna do. First, let's think... Yeah, let's heal first. That'll be the better tactic, is to heal. Because they're wimps. And then we should continue on the next turn afterwards. Yeah, that'll be the better tactic to heal right there. Now they're good. I should at least do good. Wait, that was an accident, everybody. I forgot to move the impulse and them away. Ah well. He's aiming for Nakia, and then I didn't activate the zero drive, since I don't need it this much right now. The better tactic is just to let them attack for now, since, you know, might as well. Better tactic though, like when you think about it, this game doesn't really have any secrets to it other than the usual secret scenarios, which I didn't even know they had. Like, it turned out if you beat Shirako with Camille, you would have unlocked the special secret Zeta Gundam thing. Yeah, the Zeta Gundam final event, etc., etc., etc. with them. But oh, I at least recorded. Yeah, I made a little montage of it, so it should be good. That's all that matters to me. So yeah. But for now, we're gonna have to try and figure out a way how to win fully and quickly. But it does make you wonder, like, they see what you're using. They're wondering, like, how are we gonna kill this thing? But oh wow. What I'm wondering is if there was a cheat code to use all pilots. That would have been cool. Because I want to see some ideas and combinations, as well as use Master Gundam's attacks. Because I just do. Since that would have been the cooler idea. Ah well. At least one of them's dead. Dang it, I forgot. That's what I forgot, is to move them, so... Wait, let's try something real quick, because I'm thinking of it. When you think about it, they are 3 best friends and they have enough SP. Let's hope. Since... Wait. No. Yeah, they have 59, so they're good. So it should happen. Oh yeah, we should be good. This will kill them all. Yeah, they do have one. I was right. Huh. I guess I don't need those. Do I? Yeah, better safe than sorry. Since you never know with this situation with these places. So we're just gonna try and destroy all of them at once. The downside is though, once again, we can't switch the sword silhouette because it doesn't say the option how to. Like you see in story mode cutscenes, he can do it, but in this cutscene, it looks like you gotta do it within the menu, which is honestly a very bad idea. Because, like, at least with Super Robot Wars, they combine the silhouettes all into a move set rather than having separated. Either way, at least they have a triple drive, and unfortunately, it's all shooting. Which means if it were with the sword silhouette or any of the other silhouettes, it would have probably been him being Shin going straight towards them with the sword variation of it. But you never know. Either way, those guys are dead. So that means if anybody attacks Shin and them, they can at least kill them with the triple drive. That's good, it's good. Oh snap. Oh yeah, I forgot, because Prayer and Ray, they are technically related. Either way, I guess we gotta get back into the battle. But yeah, since Prayer is a Mula Flaga clone, if I remember correctly, while Ray is just an Alda Flaga clone. So they're technically related in a sense of genetics, but not as people. At least they both have something in common in that they die. Heh, I guess that honestly might be the best like in common thing right there. With the fact that they die. Since, you know, they die. Alright, we got triple drive, but we don't have the tetra drive yet because it takes until the end of the game for all 4 wing boys right there to get an actual tetra drive and their endless waltz attack. You gotta fully beat the game and then go through the special endless waltz scenario. That's what I learned from a guide, and I was so annoyed when I learned that. That means you gotta wait until like post game in order to use in order to use their special attack that they showed in the promos of the game. It does make you wonder if this game even sold well in the first place in Japan. You never know with the Japanese. They're like, they like things differently than Americans and others. They have cool likes and dislikes, sure, but you know, it's just like that. So yeah, these guys are dead. Next up, I'm gonna have to kill all of them. Oh yeah, that good damage right there. That beautiful damage. Yes. Either way, so many enemy forces. This game essentially, like, each mission is essentially like at a max of 5 turns, because you spend 1 turn killing them all, they come back to you, you kill them all, they come back, and so forth. Yeah, another triple drive. So we're good. But it all depends. That's all I'm gonna rely upon for now. Since, let's buy this. It saves Nakia's energy, so that I don't have to rely upon the twin buster rifle. And her SP will refill. It's in a sense a little semi-spam way in that when you kill a full enemy unit, like at once you're awarded 5 SP for it. It takes up 10 SP to, you know, use a drive attack like that. It's in a sense semi-spamming it, and it can go on for a bit. But then the game starts not giving you SP for kills, and thus you run out. Because, you know, it's a cheap tactic, but I guess games are meant to be broken? You never know people's thoughts. Either way, this is what happens since, yeah, they're dead. Next up is to kill all of them. Yeah. What the? I guess because it makes sense. An enhanced soldier like Nakia versus an enhanced extended would make sense. So that's why the zero drive assembly activated right there, or why the system's responding. I can imagine if this were some sort of, what's it called? If this were an actual game where you can alter things, I can imagine Nakia being used to convince Stella, Sting, and Naul. But unfortunately, this game isn't. So now, just now. The world is cruel like that, after all. The world is truly cruel like that. But ah well. Let's continue on with just the murder. All that murder. Ah. It feels like a good day when you're wearing mobile suits in every day. Haha. But anyways. But yeah, it makes me wonder, like, Stella is always recruitable in almost every crossover game she appears in, because, you know, she's like the extended with the most character development, or most character. Sting and Owl are never recruitable, which is sad. I mean, you'd expect Sting to be recruitable, he seemed cool. But I guess when you're one of the few whose Gundams got killed by actual grunts, I guess it makes sense. But it does show that, that's one of the things I did like about Sea Destiny, is it showed progression. Basically, the Chaos Gundam that was made at the beginning of the series stood no chance against the later on developed grunts of the series. It's like in one of the Unicorn mangas where, in UC-79 there was a GM that was retrofitted with gear that's called the Aqua Gundam. The pilots were so confident that the Aqua Gundam would survive. Since the Aqua Gundam was used in the 1-year war and Unicorn takes place 17 years later, they believed it was still good. But unfortunately, when it came up against the grunts of the UC-96 area, dear God, it got slaughtered. It got destroyed quickly. Which, in its own sense, was good in that it showed that, regardless of name, a mobile suit won't do well against a mobile suit that's made later on. It made improvements. It's why, like, realistically, I guess, the RX-78 wouldn't really do well against the Victory Gundam, for instance. It'd probably be too fast for the aiming or anything. It wouldn't really be upon the pilot, it'd be more upon the idea of the machine itself being limited. But then there are special cases like the Unicorn where, like, that thing's remote control basically. With your mind, with that telling. But then again, we now have, thanks to Gundam Wall Puritas, we have other things like the Overon, or if we take Moon Gundam into account, the Moon Gundam. Or we take into account Hathaway's Flash, the brokenness of the XI Gundam. Yeah, that XI Gundam was beautiful, especially in Super Rot Wars V. Why? Why don't they consider Hathaway's Flash canon? And you think about it, it was right, because it shows the Earth Federation slowly going downhill and becoming more corrupt as the time goes. And if you think about it, the reason why most of the situations happened was because the Earth Federation slowly started losing its grip, in a sense. That's when it fell upon people like the Crossbone Vanguard, Seabook Arno, all these people to take its place. Remember, in the 130s, it was up to the Crossbone Vanguard to save Earth against the Jupiter Empire, not the Earth Federation. They were just there, is the easiest way to explain the Earth Federation. Then the UC-140s, nothing really happens there, actually. And come to think of it, though, really nothing happens in the UC-140s. In UC-150s, when Ghost takes place, and around that time Victory Gundam takes place, but the UC-140s, nothing takes place. And then one of the Crossbone Gundam series takes place in the UC-160s. G Savior takes place past UC-200, and we can even consider Gaia Gear, if anything, because it's in an alternate timeline, but it could have still happened in UC-200s. UC still has some holes to fill, basically. But you know, it's slowly getting there with them trying to emphasize, like, with them using U-Type magazine to fill in the gaps in between Double Zeta and Char's counterattack. Finally! Thank you, Amuro. Yes, Zero System! Now it's time to slaughter them. Okay, guys, I just realized I'm mainly using this series to just rant. Or talk. I should probably make like a series about that with friends. Thumbs up or down if I do that. Either way, turn is activated. Well, not thumbs up, just comment if you want me to make like a series with friends discussing random stuff about Gundam, since, yeah. But anyways, they're starting to close the gap in between certain parts of the UC. Like nowadays, that closing the gaps between F91 and Unicorn. Because remember, unlike a normal Gundam series where the Gundam itself is either abandoned or something, or destroyed, a Titanium Gundam, like Judo took Double Zeta with him, but because he didn't have access to repairs, it slowly became the Gump. But Naja has a completely undamaged Unicorn Gundam at the end of Unicorn, so it should kind of make you think. But ah well. Let's use these fin funnels. No, this is the only phrase he will say is the new Gundam is not just for show. New Gundam Atake Chanai! And then they're all dead. You can't go up against him. Nah. One of the downsides of the enemy's AI though is they don't think, like they don't separate to attack more, they don't combine as much, etc. But yeah, with the UC-140s, they haven't explained much. The UC-130s had all of Crossbone Gundam. The UC-120s had the F90 to F91 series, as well as the UC-110s. But when it came straight down to it, oh yeah, now they're escaping, losers. Ah, come on. Just get out. Yeah, we're wondering, is that what the heck is wrong with her, but oh well. But yeah, I could tell they're gonna probably spend their U-Type magazine slowly explaining or filling in the plot gaps between Char's counterattack and Double Zeta, because Moon Gundam takes place in UC-92, 1 year before Char's counterattack, and it also features Amuro Ray himself. So they're slowly filling it in, but yeah, Walpurgis makes, well, it's only 5 chapters in and we don't see any recurring characters right now. So it's gonna take some time for that one, because it doesn't really make sense. Since remember, it takes place in UC-89 right after Double Zeta. Yeah, already they have a Cyber New Type clone of Haman and Shirako. It's like, how? They could at least explain full frontal through you know, it's been some years since Char is dead and combat data and stuff. They can even explain the Amakusa from Crossbone Gundam Skull Heart, since it took, yeah, it's based upon Amuro's combat computer from the original RX-78. Anyway, let's kill these guys. But it will be interesting to fully see, since Mashiro is Paptimus Shirako's new type, well, Cyber new type clone, while we don't have a name for Haman's. So it'll be interesting to see what truly happens. Okay, we should be able to kill them with this easily. You never know with how strong these enemies keep getting. When they're strength to survive, like literally impossible odds, which is honestly kind of scary sometimes. Come on, die. Yeah. Ah, dang, he isn't dead. This is messed up. I should have just gone with like a beam gun or something, or the heat saber. Ah, well, you can't get there, Lord. Dude, that would be actually a pretty good fight. Like Mullah Flaga versus Harry Ord. That would actually be a pretty good fight. I'd pay to see that. But yeah, with UC, like right now, Thunderbolt was interesting, but it also explained why during the UC 80s, like how they got access to new type tech. The Earth Federation, they raided the Flanagan Institute inside of a Boaku essentially, which would make sense. But then when you realize that all those Zeons you see in the second adaptation of Thunderbolt, it raises a lot of questions. Like, why did you do this? And now, cut Thunderbolt's recent arcs, they revealed Anahime Electronics' actual base, and wow, the amount of mobile suits. It's not even funny, the amount. It should be enough to kill, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Because you never know with this place. Well, game, I guess, in this case. But yeah, Thunderbolt, it showed some interesting things in the sense that it's slowly filling in gaps. Like, it's one of the... I guess the only reason Thunderbolt really existed is it shows how the Earth Federation got new type tech. Because I can tell plenty of people are wondering that as well as me. Because I know Anaheim's their main mobile suit manufacturer, but you never know. Because Anaheim, they're the dealers of death. They've been supplying mobile suits to both sides of the war. Well, wars. And then it was SNRI that took over. Right? What's happened? Oh snap. So we gotta finish them off quickly. But anyways, SNRI took over during the later UC series with the F90 series. So yeah. Okay, we gotta just... barely got anybody left, luckily. So now we just gotta finish off these last few. You gotta love Serpentale and Junkill though. But yeah, it's as I said, like, they're the only good characters really. Oh snap, triple drive. Just kinda don't need low to attack. Nah, it's not worth it. I can easily kill them all on my own. You gotta think ahead at all times, remember this. So I can easily get them all to get killed quickly. Since, you know, it's just how it is. Especially considering Guy is almost always accurate with his attacks. Elijah's decent. But yeah. When it comes straight down to it though, like, it makes you wonder why they made the decisions that they made. Like I can tell within 5 years from now we'll probably have more understanding of various events in UC. Because the UC 110s and the 100s don't really do anything. Like, don't really have any history in them or reveal anything. But you never know with the conflicts, because you never... war is an eternal thing in the UC century. It does remind me, let's go with the Zero Drive first. But it does remind me, like, Gundam is full of side stories that have nothing to do with this main story. Like 8th MS Team, Thunderbolt, MS Igloo, almost everything. Like, when you think about it, I guess that's why I laughed at the Star Wars fanbase when they complained about Rogue One being just a side story. Because it's like, okay, what about us? We're all the Gundam fanbase. War in the Pocket, 8th MS Team, Thunderbolt. I mean, when you think about it, they're just side stories that have nothing to do with the main plot of the series. They just are there to explain things. They're also there to look nice because the characters are awesome and they can use them crossover video games. Or in crossover licensing merchandise, which is also great. But yeah, when it comes to think about it, that's just what it is. Like, they're side stories. They're just meant to be watched and enjoyed. They're also meant to explain things. Like, it looks like, I don't know what Moon Gundam was really supposed to explain though. They shows that Minerva herself is alive in UC92 and that it's the real Minerva, not a fake. Because she had a new type resonance with Yuto, the main hero. So yeah. But you never know. Nah, well. I do wonder what's going to be the next Gundam animated series or what they're going to try and do. Since everybody wants Crossbone Gundam for some reason, yeah, I don't really want Crossbone Gundam. I wanted to focus more on expanding the UC rather than going back and adapting series that have long since gotten. Yeah, we're just gonna go all of them. Hey, there's no Tetra Drive, I guess. Okay, yeah, just murder. We're gonna beam saber this guy like he's a kebab skewer. Yeah, like a kebab skewer. Yeah. That sounded stupid. Oh, baby. It does make you wonder when, like with Seed Destiny, I can imagine it being good. The Super Wars K, L, Z, almost any crossover series that concerns. Yeah, Super Wars showed that any bad plot can be done well with enough character development and enough storytelling or enough exposition. Because like, as you're gonna see in future parts, like, yeah, I released the video that had all the cutscenes. So as you saw on that, Kira just instantly stabbed Stella right there and killed him, or her. That was sad, but now, well, that's how that part ends. Since, yeah. He's dead. That at least takes care of all the enemies just about. So then we can continue on. The downside of this game though is that none of Zath join you. None of them. Which is honestly kind of sad because they didn't have their face heel turn or anything. They didn't try and become good guys. They stuck with their ideals and it kind of screwed them over in the end. I mean, when you think about it, like, why? Why not just go to the side of good like good guys should? Then you remember that in the end, free will is a thing. We choose who we go with. We choose our paths, our people. In the end, that's just how it is. We can be manipulated, we can learn, we can awaken. In the end, Shin and them didn't awake. That's all I can really say. Either way, it's us against them. Whoa, Mirage Colloid. Did not expect that. A ship equipped with it. It's pretty amazing right there. Okay, Relina just saw that. Huh. Yeah, Gladia herself, like, she has a kid. Why didn't she think about her kid first? But then you remember that bad character telling and bad character development, so yeah. Either way, it's best for us to head out, basically, is what it's saying. Since they don't join us, we don't join them, we just go back to our own thing. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Londo Bell and Zath had joined forces. But then you remember that Zath wanted the Destiny plan due to Gilbert Durandal. Oh snap. Personally though, I still say the game ends with Seed Destiny. I still say it should have ended with the originals over the original plotline over Seed Destiny, but oh well. Durandal himself though. He's interesting in that he's rumored to be the one that gave Kennard reason to kill Kira. He's essentially an instigator. That's the easy way to explain it. Like, he's an instigator. He's also like, he just doesn't have any good character qualities when you come to think about it. He's in a sense a charismatic leader that can lead, but unfortunately because of the stupidity of the people, they believed him. Like, I was surprised on Atherin's reactions to Mayrin. I mean, it's a fake looking Lacus. It's a girl that got plastic surgery. Couldn't you tell your former fiance apart? But nah. Oh well. But yeah, in this case, you already know the usual with Shin's hatred of Ord because he lost his family because of the freedom, which you saw in the, how should I explain it? in the previous part, if anybody's been watching the playthrough. Either way though, like, I don't understand Shin. Like, remember when the freedom first appears, rather than look at it with anger, you know, the mobile suit that killed his family, rather than look at it like that, nah, he looks at it like it's some sort of amazement. Either way, there's the usual stuff with Athrun and Kigali. Unfortunately, her dad did die, well, adopted dad, and thus, that's what happened. And then here's Mayrin right here, the fake Lacus, making her usual announcements and singing. Because she supports that, but she actually doesn't. She's with plants. Because, you know, she just has to be. That did remind me, though, that, what's it called? Lacus actually piloted Infinite Justice and that appeared as a unit in the Gundam Versus series. It was like I think, yeah, it was a 1,000, yeah, it was a 1,000 unit rather than like a 2,000 or 3,000 like the actual Infinite Justice by Athrun. I guess it made sense since she doesn't have much piloting skills. Yet she still has seed. Either way, yeah, with news and everything, looks like Londo Bell's about to move out again. Ironically, we don't do much because, you know, Seed Destiny's plot is solved in 3 stages. Oh well. Thank you all for watching so far. It's almost over. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Thank you all, and goodbye.